Hey, welcome in. How is Tamara and Dave? Welcome in. Glad you're in here. Hope we get a crowd tonight. I see Rebecca's in here. Good evening, Rebecca. Miss Deanna is not feeling well. She is in the bed this evening. Um, Pray for her. We've had a rough week, and Deanna has to go back to work tomorrow for the first time in like 9, 10 days. I did go back Thursday for a couple of hours, about 2.5 hours before going to a doctor's appointment. So, hey, Putty Cat, glad you're in here. Glad seeing you over in with the wild huckleberry. I don't have ice cream. Good morning or good afternoon, Sister Billy Gilbert. Glad you're here and joining us. I don't have ice cream or anything this evening like they're talking about. I just didn't prepare. I just barely got the chores done. Hey, Joey, welcome in. I do have something to drink, a little ocean water with some pineapple and um, what? Pina colada. Hey, Red Dirt Rooster Road, Monty and Michelle. I'm glad you're in here. Robbie, good afternoon. I keep trying to say good morning. At first, I thought it was time for the Bible reading. No, not yet, Robbie. Good morning. Golly. Good afternoon, Money Pit. Good afternoon, Farm to Table, Delighted Acres. Glad y'all are in here. Donald and Lisa enjoyed hanging in y'all's live. So did I as well, hanging in Robbie's live. I've got the connection, the invitation to join me on panel in it's already pinned at the top. If anybody would like to jump up here with me, I would be glad to have you come along. We had Rod's funeral this week. My brother-in-law, hey Rod Dodson, welcome in. Rod and Laura, sorry y'all have been sick. Pray. I'm kind of getting over just sick overnight last night and most of the morning, but feeling better now. And we won't go into details, but yeah, hey Duncan family, welcome in. Glad you're in here. I don't know how to tell. I'm gonna just leave my mouse hanging right there, and I think if somebody jumps on it, it will pop up. We'll see. I don't know if anybody even wants to join me. So, been doing the minimum chores this week, just what has to be done. Hey, Lori Carp, good evening. Just what has to be done for the farm, and then hanging with my little sister quite a bit, and I've really enjoyed it. Haven't spent a lot of time with her for a while, and that's not good. We should be doing that all the time. I do have, knocking stuff off the desk, I do have some eggs. This should be hatching day right there, and then there's like 99 hatching eggs sitting there waiting to be put in an incubator. So we've got a lot of that going on. Let me pick up my DVD, CD, DVD, rewrite, whatever you call this thing. I knocked it off when I picked you all up to show you the eggs in the incubators. I've got a couple of chicks of pippin in there. And so we should have chicks in the next 2 to 3 days. Actually, today's day 0, but I think I preheated my incubator, and it started counting that day and not the day before. We're in the middle of a late dinner, but listening. Hey, there's nothing wrong with that. I was doing chores while I was listening to your live. Keith, hello, Lori, and what's sorry, Keith. What is he saying? Hello, Ryan, farm to table. Hello, Keith. Oh, I see. He's saying sorry because he said hi to Ryan and it was Keith. I'm with you. I don't know if this would be a very happening live. If somebody doesn't jump up here with me, I always enjoy having a panel and a good discussion going with the panel. That's what I think makes a good live. I did put this as vertical, and I meant to have it horizontal. I don't think we did super good with it. Was okay last week with the vertical. I've been doing my Bible study vertical, but not. I wasn't planning on doing this vertical, and I left it that way. Didn't change it, and I should have. So, anybody got a question for the YouTubers for sure? Anybody been having problems with getting copyrighted on non-copyrighted music that you've pulled off the internet? My video that came up today actually was posted the first time yesterday, and that is the 7th time I posted it. After changing the music 6 different times and posting it, I was getting kind of frustrated. So the last time I used Jake Hudson's song that he wrote for us, Dyer Family Farm, the AI song that he produced for us. And I did not get, hey, Smiley Matthews, I did not get copyrighted with that. I've always in the past been able to go just Google non-copyrighted or royalty-free music, go rob it off the internet, bring it in, chop it up, and stick it in my video with no problems. But 7 times in a row, I got copyrighted. So each time I deleted it and put it back up with a new song. And like I said, it's finally up there most of the day today. I think I got it up there just a little before 8 or something like that this morning. So hadn't quite been up 12 hours. No strikes. It just wasn't going to let me, if I ever get my AdSense figured out, it wasn't going to let me monetize that video because of it. So did not get any strikes. And there is somebody in the basement, y'all. Check out Monty and Michelle. Long sleeves tells me y'all probably should be in front of the fireplace.
We should be.
Should be. There we go.
I should have built a fire today myself, but we did not. Use Suno, make your own, no cost. I do everything. I'm going to write that down. I've never used it. SUNO. Or I could just continue to use our song that Jake made us. So if people are wondering, well, I thought I watched that video and it looks like it's just come out. That's why, because I pulled it down 7 times, or pulled it down 6 times. I posted it 7. Bonnie, y'all froze for a split second, and when you came back, Michelle was gone. She just disappeared.
She's moving like magic tonight.
I guess so. It's just like, wow, time stood still and Michelle disappeared. Michelle, and I know I said it in my video wrong. Coming up, I got finally put what few clips of the Okie Homesteading Expo together that we had, and it'll come out Tuesday, I think. So it really, I didn't get very much at all. I just enjoyed myself while we was not flagging traffic.
Yep.
We didn't get much.
We didn't hardly get anything either.
I probably should have videoed my smoked pastrami sandwich on homemade bread. That was good.
That was worth videoing.
Yeah. That could have been viral. It was that good. I saw that too. Money Pit said you kind of just froze for a second and then you just disappeared. Jack, I'm going to jump off for tonight. I will be alive. I mean, live in the morning. I see he's seen my comment from earlier. Anyway, can you add Dwayne Hall and family to the prayer list? They lost a family. Absolutely. Yeah. Let me I'm not even prepared for a prayer list. I'm in my dungeon. I mean, my what do you call it? Man cave, I guess. I don't know. Chicken hatching room. This is where my desk is. I got them though. Ryan, Keith, whichever one is Keith. No, it's Ryan. Boy, we talked just briefly about Oklahoma Homestead Rendezvous. It sure is gearing up to be a really good event this year. much bigger than last year, I think. And a few organizational things are changing, and the only thing that really the only thing last year that was kind of tough for me was the PA system, playing the music and stuff through the main hall. Is really hard to visit or hear people you were talking to or understand. Don't forget to pray for the Garrison family. Yes, I lost a good friend Friday named Jack Garrison. I got that, little sister. Thank you. Jack and Carolyn Garrison. Lost him Friday, but I didn't know till today at church. Anybody else, if you don't know, leave your prayer request in. I got Coda. I'm going to put Coda in there, Duncan family, right now. Leave your prayer request in the comments, and I will try to catch them. But if I do not catch them, just know God knows. If you put them in the comments, they'll get prayed over.
Okay, Jack, I'm gonna give you a name, but then I'll explain the story on our live. But it's a fellow named Sean.
SHAWN?
Probably.
Sure.
Close enough?
Mm-hmm.
All right, we got him on there. Excuse me, I've got a tickle in my throat. Deanna is not feeling well.
Oh.
Still sounds better this week.
Doing much better.
Deanna had a headache after church, and we had a cousin come in out of town from up around Oklahoma City. Actually, lives over close to Pink. You bet, Duncan family. Him and his wife came in and surprised Corey. We knew they were coming, but surprised Corey, my little sister, at church, and we had lunch with them. But by the time we got done with lunch and got home, she was just miserable. So she is already in bed. And 2 nights ago, it's like 8 o'clock, and she's like, "Where are you going?" I said, "I'm going to bed." She said, "It is 8:20. I said, "I know, I'm 20 minutes late." But sending prayers. Thank you, Lori. Appreciate that. Definitely. So what's been going on, Red Dirt, that we can talk about that won't take away from you guys?
Ooh.
Oh.
That much, huh?
How is your chicken coop holding up? Y'all might have talked about this on Robbie's. I didn't get to be in there for all of it.
So chicken coops are fine, except for the one pen we had already lost. That one I showed the little clip on. I think I put a short out. It was one of those cyclone dog pens that had collapsed on itself. Other than that, everything else is holding up.
Your new one, you put your video out?
Yeah, it's good. It's built pretty good. So
yeah.
I am a decent. I was poking fun at Robbie. I'm a pretty decent carpenter, and I can't build just about anything. Now Deanna gets aggravated with me, and I say it in the video. Custom means you take it off and make it fit right. And she's like, "I'm getting tired of this custom stuff." But
did you
say how many hands?
the four posts, are those cemented in the ground, or is
Yeah,
that just-
yeah, they're 2 foot deep.
Okay.
Oh, that's good.
I don't want them turning over. We live on top of a hill.
Mhm.
You
We live
guys-
in Oklahoma.
Yeah, exactly. Um,
How many
how
hens?
many-
How many do you have in there? Will that hold?
I think it'll hold close to 24. Dina wants to keep it closer to 12.
Oh, wow. Mm-hmm.
But we're going to keep our purebreds in there. And 12 is a pretty good number. 2 roosters and 12 hens would probably be about
Mhm.
what we do. It's kind of expensive for no more chickens than that.
Yeah.
Because that is a higher end built coop, the way we're building it. Plus, we bought that pull it shut chicken door, automatic chicken door with the solar light and everything at the Okie Homesteading Expo.
Yeah.
It's kind of expensive.
Oops, sorry.
For no more chickens than that.
Oops. There we go.
That's all right. I was like, wow, I was hearing myself.
Well,
I
I was
spelled-
trying to get to the chat to read it, and my
I
phone.
spelled Coda wrong.
Yeah.
I
So
spelled Kota, not Koda. I don't know. I spelled it like an Indian would, I guess, or Native American is the politically correct way to say it. So yeah, had a surprise this week. Went to the doctor Thursday, and hold on, I'm gonna sneeze. And this doctor, so it's back.
Bless you.
Excuse me.
Bless
So this doctor,
you.
thank you. I've been wrestling with my hips for over 2 years. I'd like to have one of those pull it shut doors. They're very nice. We haven't even taken it out of the box yet, Robbie. I think it's the best one on the market. It's been over 2 years. I've been trying to figure out what's going on with my hips, and we know now what it is. It's torn ligaments. Well, those I went to a pain management doctor on my own, and he said he referred me to a surgeon. That surgeon said, I'm not the hip preservation guy. You need to go to this surgeon. I'm the hip replacement guy. Thank
Oh,
you.
my.
Thank you all for the blessings. So the hip replacement guy sent me to the hip preservation guy. Well, I seen the hip preservation guy Thursday, and he said, I'm going to refer you back to the hip replacement guy because
Oh,
your hip or the ligaments has calcified, and surgery would not help you. My type of surgery would make you more miserable. It wouldn't help you very long, and it wouldn't last. You need total hip replacements. So that was a surprise,
yeah.
and a long way to get there. I feel like I told them in Sunday school this morning, I feel like a ping pong ball going
Mhm.
back and forth between surgeons. And they were both super nice guys, so I guess I'm going to go back and see the other one when the VA gets around to it. I can't let it sit. I learned that the hard way. If I don't tell them there's a referral in the paperwork, they'll just scan the paperwork into my records and leave it, not do anything, because it's doctors outside the VA that I'm seeing
Yeah.
with the VA's footing the bill.
Mhm. Yeah. It's hard going back and forth to all the different doctors, and
Yeah, she's dealing with that with her mom and dad.
mhm.
They keep getting bounced around.
Easy to get bounced around and then fall through the cracks.
Oh yeah, and then Friday morning go to a different doctor about a different thing and changing some medicines and just trying to avoid surgery there too. Different type of surgery, hiatal hernia surgery. But
Noble says he had hips replaced 35 and 34 years ago at the VA. Did it? Are you still doing good with that, Noble?
Yeah, that guy, the hip preservation guy, Dr. Glomset in Oklahoma City, he's like, man, hip replacement will cure all of your problems.
Wow.
And I was like, well, I'm all for it. He said, You could try a shot. It may just prolong it, but you're going to have them replaced. And my little sister that's in the chat, she's on me about not going ahead and doing the surgery. So I've called. They have not called me back. I expect to hear from them tomorrow. He said they're doing good. Oh, did. That's good. So, yeah, I wasn't expecting to have hip replacement because all of my, what do they call them, indicators was good except for the arthritis and the rib tendons. And I didn't know. Good job, Robbie. Don't let them starve.
Yeah.
I didn't know a ligament could calcify, but it's turning to bone and cannot be repaired now, is what he told me.
Yeah.
And he tried to show me, I'm looking at the x-ray and the MRI and all that. And I'm like, I don't, you might as well be showing me some star in the constellation behind 4 other stars and around the corner from, had no clue what he was showing me. But he was trying. He's a super nice guy. Hey, there is my daughter-in-law all the way from South Dakota. Welcome in, Lacey. I love you too.
Oh, hi, Lacey.
It is good to see you. Hope Tristan and you are both doing well. And Miss Debbie, little Debbie, I hope she's feeling better today. See what my little sister said? Just do it. She sounds like a Nike commercial. So funny thing, the little, what do you call them little pictures you put on chat? The
emojis.
The emojis. Yeah, the emojis show up on the, oh, there it is. They show up late on the computer. On the computer. The phone shows them fast, but the Facebook don't show up on the phone. So that might be why I was missing some of the messages Robbie was responding to in his live. I was like, I don't see. So I get all the response, all the chat on my computer, but not on the phone. It's like Lacey's on Facebook. And I didn't look on my cell phone.
Yeah.
So that's cool. But yeah, we've had a pretty slow week. Just been doing the minimum. But the chickens have not been slow, as you can tell. 99 eggs sitting behind me.
Is that waiting to go in?
Yeah, these are waiting to go in. I got 11 of them today, and that's only been, somebody's throwing me some hearts. Thank y'all for that. That's only been since the 28th. How many days is that? That's 3 plus 6. That's been 9 days. So an average of 11 eggs a day.
Wow.
Just the American breast. And I do have a video in my editing software now about my new incubator I'm building. Not the build, but all the parts that's going in it, except for one. I got a new part today while I was at church. It was given to me. When you're building something from scratch, you scratch whatever it takes.
Yep.
So no, the guy that I'm building, using his as my model. I can't see you, Lacey. I don't know why you can't see Lacey's message. Are you watching on a phone, Corey? That's probably why.
Yeah, it goes from Robbie's and then it goes to Billy's to
But on
that's on YouTube.
Restream, we see Lacey, but it's got a Facebook.
Yeah, it's got the Facebook.
That's what I see too. I'm keep looking up there to see if anybody else has joined us. But yeah, the guy that I'm modeling mine after, I'm still here, and yes, I'm watching on a phone. Lacey is on a phone, but if anybody else is watching on a phone, they can't see your Facebook messages. I can see them on the computer, but not on my phone.
Yeah.
And Corey's saying, yes, she's on the phone. So the guy I'm modeling mine after, he brought me a mercury thermostat made for brooders, which, I've got a digital one and digital controller board and all of that I'm putting in it. But I wanted a backup, something in there so I can compare the two. And I got a certified hygrometer so that I know my humidity's good and things like that. So I really think, I don't know, can y'all see them styrofoams behind the eggs? There's
Yeah.
2 of them styrofoam incubators. I'm not happy with, those are brand new. And this is the first run of eggs. I'm not happy with how they turned out.
Huh.
Actually, one of them's completely empty because I was able to, after candling them at lockdown, I could fit them all in one incubator. I'm thinking about putting a fan to circulate more air in them. Just wiring in a little computer fan.
Yeah.
So
We watched 5 Acre. Is that the guy?
No, are you talking about the eggs?
That we watched this morning? 5 Acre. He had.
Oh yeah. The brooder pens. Yeah.
He had three incubators that looked like the wine type, but I think
refrigerators.
They were the ones that were built as a brooder. I mean, as a incubator.
Incubator.
So I think
I can't remember what his name.
I think it was 5 Acres.
Well, I meant the name of the incubator.
Oh, I don't know.
I don't think it can hurt.
Yeah.
I really, someday I'm going to buy me one of them, and I'll probably say this wrong. That ain't right. CT 180s. If you Google CT 180 incubator, it'll come up from hatching time.
So it, like the way his looked, it looked like, I guess at the 3-day when you normally lock them down in the other one, I guess you just lay the eggs in the bottom.
Well, if that when they start hatching, well, I don't. Yeah, he had eggs up still in the incubator, but yet he had quail in one. He had chicks in another who were hatching out, and they were in the bottom floor. So I was kind of interested.
So it is,
and that might have been the incubator that he.
This is the. I don't know if you can see it very good because I got y'all on there too, but let me turn my hatching time commercial popped up. Let me do this.
I wonder.
It's not too bright. This is the one I want, and this is the one that Brandon Eddy is using.
Very similar.
Yeah.
There it is.
Yeah.
But he had eggs down in the very bottom that were actually hatching out.
That's the way the GQF has the hatching tray in the bottom, and my GQF was a cabinet incubator like that. But let me go back live on us now. And I wished I'd have never sold my GQF, but I did, and I can't change that. Man, no Whataburger cup again tonight. That's 2 weeks in a row, dude.
Yeah.
Let me see.
He doesn't need to have it everywhere.
Let me see if you can read that.
I can't. It froze up. Does that say Dyer Family Farm? No, I can't read it, Money. It's too small.
Yeah, let me take it up there.
Oh, she says she can do it.
Over, it says something where.
I can't do this.
A blue handle.
It's 225 somewhere.
It's too far away.
Okay. Yeah, I've seen parts of it.
Somewhere. Grilling, smoking.
So I've been doing research because I'm not happy with the hatch rate. Smiley, she's in the chat. She just popped up another message there.
Hi, Smiley.
She's got had hatched a bunch of our eggs, and it was really low. But she also went through like 9 hours with no power.
Oh, okay. I remember you talking about that.
Now, Bill, the guy that I'm modeling mine after, has got 82 of my eggs in the incubator, and he candled them and pulled 2 eggs.
Oh, yeah.
And so a good incubator is making the difference. So these are nothing wrong with these little ones. I just don't think the air circulates that good.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So watch Red
can't.
Dirt Rooster Road in 30 minutes live on YouTube. Popped up.
Oh, that
Um,
just popped up. Yeah.
Yeah, she
yep.
candled hers the
Very late. Yeah.
Thursday or Friday,
Thursday night.
and out of 40,
47. Now I've got those 2 small incubators, but out of 47 eggs, 46 were fertile. So
That's awesome. That's good.
out of 47, there was 46.
no.
Y'all got any of that?
I had 6. Sorry, that wasn't. I have had that before. It's not my favorite.
50% Listerine and 50% water for sanitizing your eggs. When you bring them in, you sanitize them when they set, and then like the day you're gonna put them in the incubator, you do it again, but don't put them in the incubator till they're dry.
Oh, wow. Okay.
But that kills the bacteria on them. So I'm trying a few things like rotating my eggs each day. You can see they're sitting at an angle. I'll just flip them around a couple of times a day so that it tilts them back and forth. And I'm actually considering something that sounds crazy to me, but hang on, let me hit a notice there. On my Is Rebecca? I've scrolled all the way down in the chat on my phone. I don't know why. I'm considering washing them right before I hear chirping in my incubator. That's the first chirp I've heard. I seen a little bit of pipping earlier.
Nice.
I'm considering washing them and then rolling them in hydrogen peroxide.
Really?
And letting it dry just before, instead of using the Listerine the day of I'm setting, but washing them because of the bacteria in any dirt and stuff that could be on them. I've just knocked off what I could without any washing. I got a lady that swears, you know how YouTube is, everything you see is 100% factual.
Oh, yeah.
But, so I could be messing up, but I'm going to try it at least once and see.
Yeah. And this is just to increase the the hatch rate?
Hatch rate. I think my fertility is great.
Yeah.
I just think that in these are circulated air incubators, but it's all right there in the middle. So I want to put one that circulates it around and then do a few extra things that I'm talking about.
Yeah.
To try to help ensure that hatch rate, get that hatch rate up out of what I know to be really good fertile eggs.
Yeah.
Yep, Rebecca's still there. Rebecca, the reason I said something is because my phone had scrolled all the way down to where you made the very first comment earlier today. And I thought, Rebecca just said something. But anyway, just some things I'm thinking about. But the hydrogen peroxide is interesting too.
Yeah.
One of the things that lady said we had been hearing in recent months is don't use cold water to clean your eggs if you clean them at all. Don't use hot water because hot water damages the egg. Cold water will allow the pores to expand and let crap in them. And then warm water is what you want. But the hydrogen peroxide can actually help induce oxygen into the egg. Interestingly enough, which would help.
I've never cleaned my eggs, but I've always heard don't use dirty eggs. Use the cleanest you can get. And then, we don't wash them, don't do anything.
Right.
And so when I was saying I had 47 eggs that went in the incubators, 41 are hopefully to hatch. We only had 6 that were not fertile. And so that's where the 6, I think I said that wrong, but 6 of them we pulled. So
well, there was a few of them that looked like
there was 2 that I thought, they're not as developed and not as dark as the others. So
they tried, but
so we left them in
when you would rotate them, you could were still floating. So it was
Looked like they were.
So that's another thing that's interesting. Hey, Opicon, welcome in. One of the guys now I watch multiple, and usually before I take something and try it, I'll see it on more than 3 or 4 channels. And one of the guys, only one, so it makes me hesitant. He floated all of his eggs beforehand.
Wow.
And and what he did was strange was that he floated them. If they stood up at all and didn't lay flat, he would leave them 5 minutes and allow them to absorb. I heard that chirp again, and allow them to absorb water. And then most of them, all but one egg, went back and laid flat on the bottom.
Wow.
So it's like he said, "Hey, Steve, welcome in." He said,
Morning, New York. Hello, Steve.
Homesteader here.
Hi, Steve.
New York. Steve, we're glad you're in here. You have found a pretty good place. We're talking about hatching eggs right now. But that was interesting to me, to hydrate the shell.
Yeah.
So I thought about that. It won't hurt. They're not going to be in there long, you know. So eggs do breathe. If people don't know, they get oxygen through their shell. And so it's just a lot of interesting stuff.
There's something I've come across this year watching a few things is people who, there's one gal I watched, and they use the smaller incubators like we have, just the small globe dome and stuff, holds like 20, 25 eggs. But she dry hatches. She doesn't use the water.
That's interesting too.
Yeah. And but I've also heard, I was watching something else and it talked about, you know, how those last 3 on lockdown, the humidity increases. And so it's needed to help that chick be able to break that membrane and break out of that. So the membrane can actually dry and shrink down and kind of become a tomb to that egg. So I don't know how the dry hatching works compared to then hearing someone talk about that's why the humidity really needs to come up, is so that that egg and that membrane inside that egg, that chick can get out of it, because if it dries, it shrinks down. So I thought that was really
interesting. And you don't know until you just try it. I've watched dry hatching last year, and it's an interesting process. And we've got,
and I don't understand it. I'm not sure I understand why. And but I haven't looked at it a whole lot. But this is just something that's been coming across this year, and it's like, wow.
Is that the incubator you got?
I've got that one, and then I've got a chick cozy chick cozy, I think.
So we've got that one, and the lady I watched,
and I like it a lot.
Hey, I do too. I like that. Mine's the Harris Farms Nature Right 360.
Yep.
There's a lot of chirping going on back there now.
Oh my!
The lady I watched dry hatch, she not only did she dry hatch, but she stacked eggs in there, as many as she could get in there.
Oh, wow! I've never even.
Woo.
And she had a pretty good hatch rate. The other thing that I seen some of them do, about 3 of them, covered it with a towel to keep the light out.
Oh, wow.
And to help it not lose as much humidity and heat through the ventilation.
Okay.
I mean, I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know. That lady that dry hatch, she covered hers. She got those clear domes. She covered hers with towels.
Okay. That's crazy, because
she stacked, I want to say 30 something eggs in that 22 egg incubator.
Wow.
And had a pretty good hatch.
Just having the 19, 20 eggs in them. I'm just trying to think, where are those little chicks going to go? Because there's just the egg solid on the, the base. And so we'll see how many hatch. And I don't know enough about dry hatch.
Smiley's saying she's got the same incubator, but they did lose power for 5 hours yesterday on this round of chicks too. So I don't know.
Wow.
It's just frustrating. This time of year is frustrating anyhow, with the power outages and the storms and dirty eggs. Anytime it rains, I'm going to get dirty eggs. I can't imagine our great grandparents or our grandparents were throwing out dirty eggs because they were dirty or not trying to hatch them. If they were involved in hatching eggs at all, most of them probably let the chicken do it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know,
that's been the cool thing. A few of the times she's incubated.
And I got a broody hen, and she just went broody yesterday, and I'm trying to.
You get a broody hen, and whenever they hatch out, she goes out there and sticks them new chicks underneath that broody hen, and she raises them.
I try to get golf balls under her, and so then I can trade them out, and it's worked multiple times, and she just loves them. So I'm trying to think. Okay, I have too many chicks that might hatch here that I can't get that many under her. Poor girl.
She'd commit suicide.
She'd kill them. But so, and I'm limited on brooder space because I already have 11 in my little brooder outside. They went from the brooder inside. Now I've got a little brooder outside in the coop, and they're going to be moved over to the nursery area. But I've got
juvenile hall. That's what Stacy.
I've got juveniles and hatchlings. So
that's what we spent the day rebuilding part of her coop, so she'd have.
I need a nursery and.
Stacy and Clyde call it juvenile hall.
Juvenile hall, yes, juvie.
Yeah, they're saying they were out 9 hours that last hatch, but 5 this hatch. So, hey, Steve, you can feed yourself now if you like chicken. You can literally feed yourself on chicken. You can survive on chicken and what you're growing. If you've been gardening for 20 years, you know how to grow vegetables. All you need is to put some protein with it, and eggs and chicken meat will feed you. And it's a pretty
nicely.
Pretty easy.
Yeah, and the discard off your garden, the chickens will lap that up.
Interesting thing, and I think we talked about it a little bit last week. The Sean and Beth Doherty at Okie Homesteading Expo feed the farm from the farm, and they grow a few extra things that they wouldn't normally grow, but they feed their animals with what they grow on the farm instead of going to the big box store or the feed store or whatever and buying pelletized feed and processed feeds and stuff like that. So I'd really like to make that transition. It's really difficult to have a 40-hour-a-week job and handle all of that too. So it may not happen for a couple of years, but eventually we would like to get to that point.
Yeah, and learning and trying to figure out how to feed the chickens, and or in our case, we don't have enough cleared land for our sheep to be able for us to graze the grasses. But even the chickens.
Sheep is good. Goody.
But we've also noticed in the last, I don't know,
but it would be nice.
Last few weeks or something, the chickens have been out foraging, and the color of our egg yolks has changed.
Oh yeah, they're getting into some good patches.
Oh yeah, getting a little darker and more healthy eggs. So
yeah, definitely because of what's coming out, I guess, whether it's the grasses. I don't think there's a lot of seeds producing yet, in the fields and stuff, but definitely
grasshoppers.
Yeah, the bugs, the worms, just the grasses, and they're loving it.
I think Dakota or Shayla, whichever one's putting that up, feeding the eggs to the pigs is a great idea. I know Deanna and I raised 500 pounds of chicken in 8 weeks. And I'm underestimating that. We completely filled a chest deep freeze with chicken in 8 weeks.
Wow.
And you cannot grow beef that fast.
That's you can't grow beef.
Good grass-fed beef takes 2 years. you can't market raise them and put, you've got to be putting stuff out there in their feed pan for them to grow like they do on these market steers and things like that. Straight grass grows slower every time.
Yep.
And that's if you've got enough.
Yeah.
We didn't have enough for our 2 steers. We had to supplement the entire time just because of the lay of our property.
I did want to tell you, Monty and Michelle, next Saturday, if you're not busy, we are going to do a chicken processing here at our farm. Greg and Donna's coming. Some local people are coming. My sister may be here, and Dodge and Chris may be here.
That'd be cool.
That'd be cool, but we've got the whole family coming next Saturday. So
yeah,
I was going to say, if you're interested, I'd shoot you an address, but I think we had talked about it before.
Yeah. So are you filming it? Is this a filming chicken demonstration or a teaching?
We'll film some. Basically, I'm going to be teaching others, and Donna and Greg are really starting to get into it, wanting to provide their own meat. And we're looking at Cornish cross, which I'm recommending against Cornish cross nowadays.
Well, and those are the Cornish cross. They, you can process at 8 weeks on those, but the American breast is going to be a little bit closer to 16
weeks, which these are older birds than that. These are older than 16 weeks. These are 7 or 8 month old birds, but that's okay. I'll show, you guys probably remember we put them in an ice chest. There's a reason you do that, and that helps that rigor muscle relax and keep a little more tender bird. Plus, I'm feeding them special ration right now. Even the grass finished beef is typically cheated. They will feed peanut hay. Yeah, but I'm talking about if we do it ourselves, Pecan. You're right. So here's a little interesting tidbit people don't know. In order for a beef producer to fed, they only have had to feed that steer or heifer or whatever it was 180 days on grass. The rest of their life, it could have been whatever they wanted.
It could have been in a field.
Yep.
Wow.
So it is not. Hey, Tony, welcome in. Tony, you're in my video coming out Tuesday from Okie.
Cornish cross. And the thing with the Cornish cross, you can process them in 8 weeks or so, but you can't raise those.
But you can't produce them back on your farm, and that's why I'm starting to.
That's what I meant.
Yeah. That's exactly.
You can't produce them. What is the? I can't
breed
remember
them.
what I was looking for, but can't breed them.
It's a three-way.
Yeah, can't breed
it's a three-way laboratory cross bird that cannot be done on the farm. I'm sure there's some genius Einstein farmers out there that could figure it out and do it themselves. I'm not that guy.
No,
and
I'm not that science person who can put all the breeds together to get this and that, and then you can do it 1 or 2 generations, but the 3rd generation doesn't work, and it's like, nope.
I'm not interested in artificial inseminating chickens.
Nope.
Just saying that gives AI a whole nother level. But that's what they're doing. They're doing that somehow.
I don't even want that in my mind. Yeah.
Daughter and son-in-law Duncan Sands coming. Cornish cross is going to freezer camp on the 19th, so we're doing the 12th. We're feeding a special ration to them too, our American breast. It's corn and a grower feed, non-pelletized grower feed, plus a goat milk fat. So I'm soaking their feed and fermenting it in goat milk. And so that was the most economical way. I'm not going to tell you that good food is cheap. That is far from the truth. Raising your own food is not cheap. It's not cheap to get your infrastructure in place. If someday we ever get to the point where we are actually feeding the farm from the farm, it could bring our expenses way down. I've seen a guy get a couple of chicks out of one with an American breast rooster, but his hen died before he had any real success.
It's an American breast and a cross.
I'm not sure. Give us a little more information, Shayla. We are hatching American breast right and left. We've had a lot of good luck with ours that we got from Cassie Walker.
Okay. Yeah.
Hello, Tony. People saying hi to Tony, our cabin in the woods. Good guy there, Tony and Angie up there.
Yeah.
Northern Oklahoma, not really northern, but north of us, for sure. We redneck southern Okies.
North of Central.
Yeah. When is the price of eggs going down? It has come down just a little bit. I'm still selling mine to walk up people to the farm for $5. And they're still buying them like crazy. The last person come up bought 7 dozen. Sorry, Jack, I had my hips replaced 16 December 98 and 28 December 99. 26 years and 25 years, not 30. That's okay. It's been a long time, and the point was, VA in Nashville. Mine's not going to be done at the VA, but it's through the VA. Community care. Hey, Musgrove, welcome in. Glad you're in here. It's community care is who I'm going through. MT, Big Mike over at MT Homestead had both of his done, and I think they were done at the VA. I'm not 100% sure of that. Last year, or at least in the last year or so, he's had both of them. And he's doing good. Okay. So I'm not excited about it. I'm excited about no pain, but there's going to be a passel of it twinched here and there. So Dina's like, well, you need to back off of some of your plans that you're doing on the farm because I can handle it all while you're down. And she's right. I wouldn't want to shovel that burden on her. American breast rooster over Cornish cross. Okay. Yeah. The Cornish cross hens, you have to really ration. Good morning, Redneck. Love the weather report. God loves you, brother, and so do I. Thank you, Anthony. I got the wrong month. I said May this morning, but I put April in the title, so I'm confused. I gave y'all 2 days weather report in one report, and it was snowing. Did it snow there this morning?
We had little flurries last night. I was outside helping a hen that was going down at my son's, and we had flurries. And but today's been clear, nothing on the ground. But tonight they said it's going to be cold. So
and
we have fruit trees that are loaded.
Loaded.
First,
we was 33 last night, and our peach is loaded. No, Noble, it's not service connected. At least not yet. That's not it. I hadn't even thought about trying to service connect them. I just worn them out. Probably service didn't help them all in 15-mile marches and junk like that. That was stupidity. I was young. Nothing bothered me. What'd Robbie say?
Hey, Robbie.
Sorry, I didn't make it on tonight between feeding and having a bite. I did. Yeah, you probably ate something like broccoli or something.
He did talk about broccoli. We were listening in on his, but we were trying to get done with some stuff.
I did a little bit of research, Jack. Putting bananas in your eggs causes hair loss.
Really? Man, I know you don't like
bananas in your egg?
If you mix a banana with an egg and scramble it up good and then fry it like a pancake, it is really good.
Oh my goodness. Ooh.
100% on each.
You might check that, Jack, because my dad did not ever do anything with the VA regarding any of his issues he's had here
Can
later
y'all
in
see
life.
all them numbers?
I can
Those
see
are
writing.
medical
Yeah.
record page numbers that I've got
Woo,
to
yeah.
transfer into a document to get to another
Yeah.
doctor. For that, I'm going through a Dale K. Graham Foundation. If there's any veterans in the chat, listen to me. Check out the Dale K. Graham Foundation out of Norman, Oklahoma. People come from 70 different countries. He's worked with people from 70 different countries that were veterans of the U.S. to help them, and he has a very good success rate. And so I'm working with him, and I think it's going to get me from 70 to 100. I'm not sure yet, but I'm already 70%, so all my medical is covered. It doesn't cost me anything.
Yeah.
Which was an incredible benefit.
Well, your dad just got 100, didn't he?
No, he's not at 100. No, but he did go through redoing and got quite a bit more. They're still waiting on one test to come
Dale
back.
K. Graham Foundation, Michelle.
I just wrote that. Yeah, I put that in my text.
He's got an office in Lawton, but I recommend the Norman one. That's where he's at. I'm dealing directly with Dale K. Graham himself. Google it. Look it up online. You'll see.
Yeah.
Every state in the U.S., people have been here. It used to be a lot harder to get into him. I waited from August until February to get my first appointment.
Wow.
So he's that busy.
I'll check with him on that. Yeah.
Might be worth checking.
Good night, Rebecca.
Good night, Miss Rebecca. Hopefully see you in the morning for Bible study. I get to quite often.
Oh, yep. We're going to have to jump off of here, Jack. It is late.
No problem. We got 4.
Everybody just follow us over there. As soon as you get done with
we'll
Jack.
go see Red Dirt Rooster Road shortly. If you have any more prayer requests, I'll give it 2 more minutes, and then we'll jump over in and do the prayers, and we'll go see Red Dirt Rooster Road. So, Michelle,
okay, we'll see you guys all in.
Bye-bye. So it's been a pretty good live. We've had some pretty good discussions around chicken, raising chickens and hatching chickens. This should move you to 100% at least for 13 months. So that's interesting. It could. I will check into it, Noble. Let me scroll back. I got 13 months at 100% on each. So, interesting. I think for a dual purpose bird, American breast is the way to go. I agree, Smiley. I like the American breast. I'm not 100% sold on them. I could go with an Orpington of some type as well. I think they would be just as good. The American breast has definitely been laying very well, very well. 99 eggs in 9 days, as you can see right here behind me. So I'm fixing to have to get those put in the incubator. I would have already put some in the incubator, but 90 to 100. Interesting. Steve, I wished I had a way to have a direct conversation with you. I would like to know more about how that lawyer worked, but moving Thursday, prayer for strength. I got you, Miss Joy. I'm definitely got you, Joy. And like I said, it's just me tonight. So if I miss something in the chat, and I'm just writing names, I didn't write down the reason for the prayer. I'm just going to lift your names up to the Lord and petition Him. So it is time, if y'all will join me to wrap this up with the prayer. So, Father, we just love you and praise you, and we thank you so much for this wonderful community we're a part of, Lord, and for allowing us to be a part of it. Thank you, Lord, for our brother Dwayne Hall. I want to lift him and his family up for their loss this week. And, Lord, the loss of Jack Garrison, a friend of ours, and Miss Carolyn, her loss has got to be heart-wrenching. And, Lord, I want to lift up my sister for the same reason. The loss of our brother-in-law, Rod, her husband, has left a hole in our family. And Lord, I want to lift up Coda. Just continue to direct him and guide him. And Sean, we'll know more about what Sean's prayer needs are in Red Dirt Rooster Road's live broadcast tonight. I want to lift up my wife, Deanna, for healing and comfort, and just that she would get back on her feet. And then Miss Joy, that she would have strength in her moving. Lord, we just love you and praise you, and we thank you for all you do for us and for this community. I thank each and every person in the chat that has stopped by, made any comment, or just viewed in the shadows. I thank you for each and every one of them. And I ask that you bless their lives. In Jesus' holy name, amen. So thank you guys again, and y'all have a beautiful evening. I'm going to jump off here now and go see Red Dirt Rooster Road. So hope to see y'all over there. I don't know what buckhorn is. I would like to try buckhorn. Explain to me. Y'all got my phone number. Let me know what buckhorn is, please. And we'll see y'all again in the morning on my Bible study. And